It's Blu-ray 757 News Service here for you guys to bring a new airport update of Philadelphia International Airport. And there's some pretty big news in this update. First off, we get the new American Airlines A330-300 in here. And also, just announced yesterday, I was over at one of my friend's house, and I was up on airliners.net. I noticed Delta Airlines is starting Philadelphia to London Heathrow. I was very excited about that. It's operated on 757-200 aircraft, and thankfully, I'm going to be getting one of these 757-200 soon. So it looks like I'm going to try to pick up two of them because London Heathrow starts on April 8th, 2015. And also Paris Charles de Gaulle service, that's seasonal. So I'm gonna have those two flights right there. Unless I'm not sure if they park over back at Terminal D in real life at Philly. So I'll have to take a look at that. But they're most likely just gonna park like at one of those two gates right here. So that's where those. So I'm pretty much gonna get two Delta 757-200s. Plus, I want one for just normal domestic service here. I already told you guys about the Frontier service, how they added Miami, Orlando, Tampa, Atlanta, Charlotte, and Chicago in there, and 5 weekly Cancun service, and they already have the 2 weekly Punta Cana. Spirit Airlines, I already told you about that. They added Chicago O'Hare service. Unfortunately, there's one downside. U.S. Airways has ended Philadelphia to Edinburgh service, which I'm kind of sad about that, but there's just nothing you can do about it. I did like that route, but hopefully they'll re-add it again soon. But that's the only downside to this airport update. So I'd like to see what happens with what American and British Airways do with the Delta, because there has been rumors of I've heard some rumors that this could just be the starting point with the Virgin Atlantic and Delta like partnership, because I heard from PHL workers saying that PHL is talking to Virgin Atlantic on coming into Philadelphia. So I heard that this could just be Delta just getting the gate space for them, so they can just put a 757 up on that, and then adding Virgin Atlantic on there. So that's what I've heard. That maybe that's a possibility that could be happening right now, because that's not all true. This is what I just heard. This is just rumors. So don't just go ahead and go say like Virgin Atlantic's adding Philly. That's not true. It's just a rumor. So let's look at that. I've heard people saying that maybe AA and BA are going to add a frequency. But I'm not sure what's going on with that. So as you can see, really nothing much changed except for that American 330 over there. So I guess we can start over at the international side. Today we got the Starline Lufthansa up in here, and he's A340-300. He's going to head out to Frankfurt. British Airways 777-200 ER heading out to London Heathrow. Qatar Airways 777-300 ER One World heading out to Doha. American Airlines / US Airways A330-300, and he's going to head out to London Heathrow. US Airways Airbus A330-200 going to head out to Paris Charles de Gaulle. US Airways A330-300 heading out to Rome. Spirit Airbus A319 going to get a flight down to Dallas Fort Worth. US Airways 757-200 heading out to Brussels. US Airways 767-200 ER heading out to Barcelona. American Airlines 737-800 heading out to Miami. American Airlines 767-800 heading down to Charlotte. US Airways Airbus A321 heading down to Orlando. US Airways Airbus A319 Philadelphia Eagles Library heading out to Austin, Texas. U.S. Airways Airbus A320 going to be making his way to Fort Myers. U.S. Airways 757-200 heading down to Charlotte. American Airlines MD-82 heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth. American Airlines / U.S. Airways A319 going to head out to Boston. U.S. Airways Express CRJ 200 heading out to Memphis. U.S. Airways Express ERJ 145. I messed up a little bit here. Sorry about that. But he's going to head out to New York LaGuardia. Delta Airways A319 just arriving from Minneapolis, St. Paul. Delta 737-900 Spirit of Seattle heading out to Atlanta. Delta Airbus A320 heading out to Salt Lake City. Delta MD-90 going to be making his way out to Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Alaska Airlines 737-900 heading out to Seattle-Tacoma. United Express CRJ 700 making his way out to Chicago O'Hare. JetBlue Airbus A320 10th anniversary going to be making his way out to Boston, then going down to Charlotte. Southwest Airlines 737-700 making his way out to St. Louis. AirTran 717 heading out to Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Southwest Airlines 737-800 arriving from Denver. Delta Airlines 717 arriving from Detroit. U.S. Airways Airbus A319 America West Retro. He's going to be making his way down to Washington National. And a U.S. Airways 757-200 making his way out to Phoenix. UPS MD-11 will be making his way out to Louisville. UPS 757-200 will be making his way out to New York JFK. FedEx MD-10 going to be making his way to Memphis. Well, he just arrived from Louisville. I don't know why I said he was going out to. That pretty much wraps everything up for the planes. I pretty much told you all the news. Christmas is coming pretty soon. It's on in like 4 weeks, I think. I have to check the calendar again, but it came out quick. I only put 2 planes down, but I wanted to get. That was the Delta 757-200, thankfully, and the Aero Classics American Airlines Airbus A321, and I think that will look absolutely incredible at the airport. I'm a huge fan of the A321. It's my favorite Airbus narrow body. So I think that will look really nice here at the airport. Really nothing much news else going on at PHL except for that stuff that happened. So that pretty much wraps this up. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you guys for liking and watching all my other videos. Thank you guys for support on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. So I'll see you guys in the next video, which maybe it's the new southeast or southwest. I'm not sure where in Florida that fictional airport is, but I'll try to get an airport updated that out soon, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So see you later, guys. Bye.